All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekakodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Greek Millstone. Shalom to the elected teaching word and our true faith and sincerity. And yeah, so today, I just want to title this lesson, so like you bear with me, Akim. Is that it? I'm trying to put on Do Not Disturb. Okay, Khan. Yeah, so today, Akim, I just want to title this lesson, Paul's letters were to the Israelites, man. You know, the which that was most of the New Testament. The Galatians, Corinthians, Romans. The Thessalonians, Colossians. All those were to Israelites, man. And I'm gonna read this in Romans the 11th chapter because Paul acknowledged the Romans, which those Israelite foreigners that were calling themselves Romans, he acknowledged them as Israelites, man. So I'm going to read. This is Romans 11:1. I say then, have the Most High cast away His people? The Most High forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. So he said, I also am an Israelite, man. Paul said he also is an Israelite of the seed of Abraham. So let's get that word also, man, in the blue letter. Strong's G 2532. Chi, let's say key. Okay, so let's see. And also even indeed, but so it says having a copulative and sometimes a cumulative force, and also even so then too, often used in connection or composition with other particles or small words, and also both, but even, for, if, or. Okay, so pretty much he included himself with them as an Israelite, man. Pretty much, he said Salaki Akim. Yeah, so he included himself as an Israelite, man. So matter of fact, let's read that again. So this Romans 11:1. I say then, hath the Most High cast away His people? The Most High forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. And yeah, he say that also in Romans 9, man. Let's get that. It's Romans 9, and I started just at 3. It said, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises. So, it said according to the flesh, the same seed line, man. From Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which are the Israelites, man. And those are the ones that pertain to the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises. So those are the ones that's going to be delivered, and brought back in their right mind. And those are the Israelites. We're the ones that's going to take part of the new covenant, man. What I say, and the covenants. Well, the other nations, it has no part with this, man. Matter of fact, let's see if I can find that. I know it's in Corinthians, 2 Corinthians. I just can't think of it right now. Bear with me, Akim. Let's see if I can find it. Not my damn phone. Bear with me, Akim. Bear with me, Akim. Let's type it up in the blue letter. Okay. No, Second Corinthians. Okay, so this Second Corinthians. Oh, this don't even work no more. This done froze up. Okay. So I just get it right here then. So like you, Akim. This is Second Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 22. It says, "Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I." So yeah, the Corinthians are Israelites, man. Those that so like it, those, not all of the Corinthians, but those Israelite foreigners, they will consider themselves Corinthians, man. But Paul acknowledged them as Israelites, man. You know, his letters were to the Israelites, man. You know, because now you got to understand. Before we got into this truth, we were calling ourselves Americans, Negroes, black, whatever the case may be, whatever you were calling yourself. You wasn't calling yourself an Israelite, man. You know, because the Lord, uh, he basically pulled us out of this, man, out of this world. And now we're becoming we're back to our true nationality, man. That's the point of Ezekiel 37, man. That's the point of Ezekiel 37. Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get that because hey, that's the first step, man. You got to know who you are, man. You know. So let's see. Okay, let's see. I started verse 4. Ezekiel 37:4, it says, "Again he said unto me, prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, are you dry bones? Hear the word of the Lord." And yeah, and the word is like water, man. You know, you get rejuvenated when you hear his word, man. That's how we're being brought back to life. That's why Ephesians 2, it says, "And you have be quickened," man. You know, because that's how we was made alive once again. That's how we was brought back to our nationality, was by hearing the words of Yahweh by Shem Shah, man. You know, we was once dead because we called ourselves American, you know, black, Negro, African American. Well, guess what? The fate of those titles is death, man. Because an American, when the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah returns, they're gonna get judged, man. If you're black, if you're an African American, you're gonna get judged, man. Yahweh Shema Shah is gonna judge you. The Lord's gonna kill you, man. But is a certain few which are Israelites. Those are the ones that's going to be redeemed, man. The Lord is not finna save a damn African American, man. That's not his people, man. You know, the Lord, his people are Israelites, man. You know? So verse 5 said, "Thus saith the Lord power unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live." And that's to my knowledge. It says, "And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua." So the Lord, that's like the first step, man. Is it said putting the sinews and flesh and the skin on you. That's knowing who you are, knowing that you are an Israelite, man. Knowing that you are an Israelite. That's the first step of of you know coming back to life, man. You know, and this is Ephesians 2:1, "And you have ye quickened who were dead in trespasses and sin." You let's get that word quicken, man. Because that's how we were made alive, you know, by hearkening unto this word, man. Now I want to, okay. We can get that in the. We can get this in the etymology. See, quick. It said living, alive, animate. Okay, that's pretty much what it means to be lively, man. You know, it said lively, swift, to live, full of life. You know, so this word, hearken unto this word, you will be full of life, man. You know, you will be full of life because we was dead in trespasses and sins. You know, because we was matter of fact, let's get that. Going back to Paul's writings again. Going back to Paul's writings again. Because he was telling them they was once Gentiles, you know. It's 1 Corinthians 12:2. Ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto these dumb idols as ye were led. So let's just see what that word were. Let's see what that says in the blue letter, man. Let's get that. I was, or it's like it said was, etc. It says was, were, had been, had. Oh, taught. Hey man, had you was taught, man, because it got you. If you understand, you read the Maccabees. The reason why the Apostle Paul said, you know, a Jew or Greek, man, because they got to the point where they was being persecuted for keeping pretty much keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man. They couldn't circumcise, you know, their children, you know, the sons, you know, forcing them to eat pork. You know what? That's how it is here in America, man. You know this place. You know you've been here, so you know Babylon. That's why scriptures talk about those old bottles, man, because they are totally drunk off of that Babylon juice. You know, at least you know the water how about Shemel Shad that pretty much went on this earth too long to even get totally influenced by this place, man. You know, because that's why the scripture, Yahushua, he's talking about the traditions of men. You know how we was raised up here in America, man. You know, so like a red lobster, that is a abomination to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But if you see that, oh, it's a red lobster, you know you got to go in there and you spend $100. You believe that's a delicacy, man. You know when you was younger. Now we see now that's an abomination to you. How about Shema Shai? That's an unclean food. You know, you gotta, you know, niggas got bacon on his sandwich. That's extra, man. Thinking that that's a delicacy, not knowing that's the Lord hates that, man. He command us not to eat that. You know, so we were taught uh to back then, you know, to eat pork and all this, that is all good, you know, not knowing that that was an abomination. That's why we were known as Gentiles, man. You know, I'm gonna read this again. It said, ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led. Yeah, it carried away unto the dumb idols. That's how you were Gentiles, because you didn't worship Yahweh by Shemal Shai. You was a foreigner, man. You know, you was a foreigner, man. But I mean, that's pretty much it, Akim, man. Cause just hold it for edifying, man. Paul, all the writings of Paul, the Apostle Paul, were to the Israelites, man. Pretty much, it was all to the Israelites. And you niggas, man. You don't put your energy into saving a damn Moabite or Ishmaelite or Hamite, Elam. No, you put your force and your energy into trying to save these damn Edomites, the basis of men, man. Your damn arch enemy, you know. So you're gonna go down with them, man. You know. But yeah, I can, man. I just hold it with edifying. Will give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elected teach word, no true faith and sincerity. DTA, Abad Babal.